My daughter asks my son what to wear all the time, usually by color. Should I wear red? Should I wear blue? And she has him pick out her outfit sometimes. She does the makeup, but she has him pick out her outfits. So I decided to have him pick out what I would wear. He decided on the green. So hello and welcome to Domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug says allergic to mornings, which is totally me. My daughter will tell you. In fact, she found this for me. It's a narrow mug, so it's not actually as big as my head, although it's as tall as my head. She found this for me and bought it, and it is so totally perfect. I definitely am allergic to mornings. I hate mornings. Perfect coffee mug for me. And in our coffee mug for the month of April, I have pulled out the first Sips by Tea from the month of April that I'm trying, but probably the third one that you will see. Maybe. This is the Luscious Lemon from Tea Goblin. This has such a cute thing on the back. It has rooibos, sweet blackberry leaves, almond bits, marigold petals, lemongrass flavor. I don't know how much of that is going to be a luscious lemon, since there's lemon at the end, and usually the greater ingredients are at the beginning at any rate. However, I'm hoping it's not nearly as disappointing as the bees. Anyway, when I opened it up, it was very fragrant and rich in scent. So we are going to go ahead and give this a try so we can get started. Okay, the scent is not nearly as fragrant as with the leaves. It is a chunky tea. It's not chunky as some, but it is a chunky tea. She is very hot, and she just started steeping. Okay, I'm getting a little lemon there. I'm also getting a lot of my sugar. I hope you're like that at the end. And at the end of the next video we're going to be doing in this look. So hopefully, that's good. That's very, very good. Anyway, so today we are going to be talking about brands that I will not be purchasing from. Some of them I've bought from before. Some of them I've never bought from. Some of them probably won't surprise you. Others might surprise you. I will explain why, or I will try to explain. We all know that I kind of ramble on a bit, so sometimes explaining is just, yeah. And plus, while we're doing that, we will be making this look. So if you're interested in this look, if you're interested in the brands that I won't be buying from, let's go ahead and get started. So we're talking about brands that I wouldn't buy from, and I wouldn't say I wouldn't buy from this brand anymore. This is sort of a bonus. It's not one that I had on my list. However, these Visarts gonna have to be discounted heavily in the future. These are both $40 palettes. This one was on sale. It's good. It's as good. It's probably better than, maybe by a little bit, and then my Violet Voss, which I know sounds blasphemous, but basically it holds on my inner corner the way Violet Voss does, but as for the rest of it, they can be fussy, or at least this one can be fussy. I did like this one, so I bought this one. I was not expecting a palm-sized palette for $40, but I do like the packaging. The packaging is really cute, but yeah, overpriced. I'm going to say that. Is this worth $80? No. Is it worth what I paid? Maybe. I'm going to go, yeah, probably with that. Is this worth $40? Even if it's better than this? No, I'm sorry. That's insane. That really is insane. It's beautiful colors, but I'm just, anyway. Anyway, so let's get into it. So some of these brands I have bought from. Not all of them. In fact, quite a number of them I haven't. I won't be buying from them again because whatever happened to make it so I was no longer interested, I discovered either after I purchased from them, which will be the first one I'll be talking about, or it happened after I purchased from them. So, and I just don't believe in supporting brands that are where the owners are problematic. Let's put it that way. Because no matter what you say, it's just makeup. Uh, when you buy from that brand, you're supporting that creator's behavior. You're saying that whatever they're doing isn't bad enough for you to not purchase. And I can't with that. I'm sorry. My money, I'm going to try. I mean, most brands are problematic just in general. You are looking at a lot of capitalism. But in general, a lot of them aren't toxic. You can find brands that aren't toxic or run by toxic people. So let's get into these other brands that I'm not interested in buying from, either for a first time or again. And the first one is Hank and Henry. Now, I have just actually made my first purchase, and I think I remember someone saying a while back that he was racist. I hadn't seen anything about it, but I made my first purchase, and something else came up. It was right after I purchased, and apparently it came up on, I don't know if anybody follows Here for the Tea on Instagram. I do, and it came up on her thing that he had told someone to kill himself. Really? Just, really? Really? I don't even know. But she included a clip, and I saw the clip. But, sometimes these things, I mean, there's very little excuse to have someone kill themselves. But having a context also can help. And so I went and checked out the full clip for the context, and I really wish I hadn't. The guy's a mess. The guy is a mess. I'm sorry. He's a mess. He's a toxic mess. The whole thing was just absolutely mind-boggling to me. And I still don't have the complete context because honestly, I couldn't, guys. He is just... it's too much. I really had trouble just watching what little bit I did. I didn't even catch what that person did to him or said about him for him to even react that way. But I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Telling people to kill themselves, it's wrong. You just don't. You're allowed to be angry, you're allowed to be offended by things, whatever, but seriously, no. That's a no. It's a no. And, I then went and looked around and I found the thing about the racial slur, and I was like, okay, so this guy is just, he's a mess. He's a horrible, hateful human being. I'm sorry, he is. I've not seen any, the brand has generally been quiet, except for a couple of things that he did. He has apparently a woman as a partner. Haven't seen any shit or dirt on her, but he is just, I'm not going to. And on top of that, they've had my order for 2 weeks, and they say it'll take 7 to 10 days. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And when I went to check on it today, there was this big message at the top saying, if you did not purchase, we will not be responsible for shipments without shipment insurance. Okay. And in that whole thing where they talk about the 7 to 10 days and all that, they also state they will not be held liable for lost or stolen items. Stolen I can kind of get, But basically, they're of the opinion that once they have released it to the shipment partner, they're done. So it sounds like to me that if UPS or USPS lost your package somehow, they wouldn't replace it. You're on your own. You're screwed. Good luck. Have fun. Not. I kind of get it. It's not necessarily their responsibility, but most other brands I've dealt with are more than willing to replace items that get lost in the mail. If you have something that's been out there for a month and just disappears, it doesn't show up on your informed delivery anymore, it's never ever been marked as delivered, it's just gone, they are usually more than willing to replace those items. Because that's not your fault. That's just what happened in the mail. But apparently these guys won't. I did, since they haven't shipped yet, I did send out an email to them asking them if I can cancel my order. I am considering the attitude of the owner and the attitude that was put up in the alert about COVID and the delays, and if it's lost, it's lost. Fuck you. I don't think they're going to let me cancel. But anyway, so a brand I will not be buying any more from. I'm not even gonna open it up here on the channel when it gets here. I just no. Just no. No. Another brand that I won't be buying from again, and I swear this one killed me. I had some of their stuff. I still have at least one of their palettes. I really enjoy the pigmentation of their stuff. However, I'm not buying any more from Juvia's Place. A few years ago, there was this big thing that came out about their foundation. They apparently missed shipping it to some of the larger influencers, that were persons of color, Jackie Ina, Alyssa Ashley, all of them. They didn't send them any of the colors, and I get that it's PR and the brand has, a right to send to who they're going to send or not, and that's fine. But honestly, if that's if that's how you're going to go, just keep your mouth shut. It got heated when Jeffree Star did a review and they featured Jeffree Star on there. Again, your brand, do what you're going to do, whatever. That's fine. I had no problem with that. I could understand why this was puzzling to people. You're going to put out this really expansive shade range. You seem to be a brand for people of color. The owner is a person of color. I get get why that was confusing and why people were kind of upset about the way, that whole launch fell out. But in all honesty, the owner should something like that. She should have kept her mouth shut. Seriously. Instead, they started deleting comments off of their Instagram again. Okay, whatever. That probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal. In all honesty, I mean, people were upset about that happening. But like I said, it wasn't that big of a deal. That's their page. They can have what they want on there. But the owner herself went off. She went off. She went stark raving mad off. She started throwing around accusations without any proof of anything. I don't think any of those posts are still available anywhere, but it was absolutely mind-boggling insane. And if that wasn't bad enough, a bit later, You know, it was all sort of dying down, I think. And the woman just, she wouldn't let it go. And when she brought it up again, when she kept going and kept going, she brought in Jackie Ina's personal life. When I say just don't, just don't, just don't. Like I said, she lost her friggin' mind. I was just absolutely boggled. The whole thing was just, it was insane. It was absolutely insane. And initially I was on the fence about her work. I didn't particularly like the foundation. So it was like, okay, so the foundation's crap. To me, it was okay. A lot of people loved it. I didn't love it. Okay, it's odd that she chose not to send it to these big name black influencers in particular. The brand is, Luxe is based on, the artwork and stuff is based on the cultures of Africa. So everyone assumes it's a black brand for black people or for people of color. She says it's not. Fine, if that's how you want to go, then it's not. That's great. That's up to you. But then just to bring in personal shit has nothing to do with what they're talking about, but personal shit. And it was all over the social media. She had just completely she just lost it. I'm sorry, folks. So at that point, when she's smearing people personally over something that's, as people would say, just makeup, on this feud, I just kind of went, okay, you know what? No, I'm not buying from this person anymore. I don't even know. I don't even know that it blew my, it was, have you ever had anything so mind boggling? It's just, you can't even, just, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened. It just, she lost her mind. I'm just going to go with that. She lost her damn mind, and it stayed lost for apparently quite some time. And there hasn't been much said of her lately. People have just passed over that whole... Hi, neighbors. People have passed up over that whole thing. They've ignored it pretty much. Okay, sure, that's how you want to go. But yeah, I won't be buying from her again. Anybody who can just go after people when they're called out on their bullshit like that, just no. So the center color is not where I wanted to go. I went ahead and threw some a darker birchy red over it, and it ended up, anyway, so I've tried to fix it. It's gonna have to work for now. Anyway, moving on. Not a color I wanted. Happens sometimes. Anyway, also moving on. This next one should not surprise you. And that's Jeffree Star. Never purchased from him. I don't care how good his stuff is. He's a racist piece of shit. Okay. And I just know he's going to hit me up for something on that. But he is. He is racist. And seriously, I don't understand his stands. I don't. He has proven time and time again. He has apologized time and time again, claiming that he and some of those apologies are non-apologies. It's been just, I don't get it. He is racist. He is in the middle of so much drama that he does not need to be in. He has, his personality is just completely grating to me. But when it comes right down to it, it's the racism that does it for me. That just makes it like he's a no. And there are people who defend him with, well, he's apologized 15 times. How long is it going to take before you realize those apologies mean nothing because he's not changing? Secondly, they'll say, well, it's just makeup. Well, if it's just makeup, you can buy from somebody who's not a racist piece of shit. Seriously. I don't care how good his stuff is. You don't need to be buying from him. You do not need to support him. I mean, if you do, obviously that's your choice. I'm not going to walk into your house and take your stuff and tell you that not to do that. But I will not support him. Just will not do it. And if it's just makeup, then you can let it go. There are plenty of other expensive premium brands out there that do not have his baggage. And when I talk about, when I say the things, when I say that he's, I mean, just look at some of the things he's done to his supposed friends. You know, he's hung them out to dry. He's treated so many people like crap. You know, and he gets in the middle of drama that has nothing to do with him. Why? Why do that? Why? Why? I'm just going to go with that. Why? I see no point in at all supporting him. I'm not going to do it. Just, no. No, calling black women apes and monkeys and threatening to throw acid on people and shit like, no. No. Absolutely not. Will not buy from that man. And people are like, but his makeup is good. I don't care. His attitude is shit and I'm not dealing with it. Not dealing with it. I need to clean up my little inner corner after all that red. Next on my list is probably also shouldn't be much of a surprise, I guess. And that is James Charles and actually that whole crew. Zamora, Dragyn, Nikita, whatever. That whole mess. Literally that whole mess. Let's approach James Charles first. Yeah, that boy, that man, that person, he's a pedophile. And he can sit there and claim that, oh, they tricked me and all this stuff all he wants. He seems to keep getting into the same shit and doing the same thing. And honestly, if you got caught doing this the first time, if you're not a pedophile and you really aren't interested in little boys or whatever, I have no problem with his homosexuality. None whatsoever. That's fine, baby. I don't care about that. I'm inclusive. I'm LGBTQ myself in my own way. And I say in my own way. I'm asexual. I'm on that spectrum. And I have no problem with any of that. You know, love is love. Love who you're going to love. All that stuff. However, draw the line at underage boys. And he keeps sending shit out. And you know, like I said, if you get caught in that one time, I would think that you would have hopefully enough smarts to go, okay, I need to double check and verify ages before I do this shit again. I would also verify and double check someone's interested in that stuff. You know, you don't want to, because I vaguely remember there was an accusation that he was trying to turn straight guys gay at one point. I mean, I don't know. That part I'm not positive about, but that's also very shitty behavior if you ask me. But if you get caught doing stuff like that enough, you know, once or twice, after that, double check your shit. Come on. If you're not interested in kids, young kids, and honestly, it really does look like he is. He can deny it all he wants, but yeah, it really looks like he is interested in the kids. But if you're not, then do something. Do something so it doesn't come up. Protect yourself from accusations of this kind of nature. I mean, it's not that hard, is it? I mean, I suppose I can keep lying to you, but I don't know. It just seems that he keeps getting caught up in the same stuff, and, you know, others aren't. So, I'm sorry. It's on him, and he's a pedophile. I will never buy from him. He's not been a personality I've been much interested in, and in fact, from that whole crew, the only one I actually liked at any point in time, and I say that whole crew because I don't know if he was involved with all the rest of them that I'm about to mention, but the only one I was ever interested at any point in time was Gabriel Zamora. That's it. That's all I was ever interested in. And I lost interest in him even before the scandals came out with Nikita and Lisa and all of that stuff. I was already kind of out at that point, so I felt like it was no big loss to me when all of that came out. It was like, okay, whatever. I'm not playing around with that anyway. Yeah, you know. So, and I'm not interested in all of them either. After all the racial slurs and all the bullshit that's come out about any of them and the maskless parties, I mean, really. And apparently Nikita likes to hang around underage boys as well, or younger boys. No. Not, I get some of this at one point could have been age, you know, being young and all that stuff. But as they get older and as this stuff gets revealed and as they do not change the game, change their ways and all that stuff, yeah, you can't give them excuses anymore after that. I mean, they're still doing it. So, no. I might give Gamora and Lisa, is it Lisa? Laura Lee, another chance sometime with their makeup, but James Charles, the rest of the crew, no. And on a related note, another brand I won't be buying from again, I do have a couple of their things, is Morphe. Morphe seems to be trying to go for the award of which brand can collab with the most problematic people, like total most problematic. Jeffree Star, James Charles, Jaclyn Hill. They seem to have had them all. This recent one with Lisa Frank. And honestly, I have nothing against Lisa Frank, but apparently there was a point where there was supposed to be something done with Lisa Frank. There was a whole GoFundMe or something for it. And not only did nothing come of it, nobody got any money, nobody got their money back, and nobody got anything out of it. We saw stuff that was supposed to be part of it hit the Ipsy bags. I don't know. I'm going to go, I don't know with that. But yeah, and it takes a lot to get them to remove someone. I mean, it takes a lot. It took a lot for them to get rid of Jeffree Star after the last bit of bullshit. And I wouldn't be surprised if he sneaks back on there at some point. So yeah, I won't be buying from Morphe. Their quality is so-so and hit and miss anyway. I don't feel like I'd be missing anything. But, and most of their palettes are way too big for me. So, honestly, they're not that big of a loss, I guess. They're not like Juvia's Place, where I really enjoyed their stuff, and then all of a sudden something happened, and I went, holy shit. You know? So, I mean, I think I have one Morphe palette. Yeah, I have one Morphe palette. I used to have, my daughter bought me their highlighter palette. It was something that I was interested in. So my daughter bought it for me, and then it ended up not being that spectacular, and I gave it away. But the only thing I have other than that right now is their Pride one from a couple of years back where they were donating money to a Pride Foundation. But now I won't even get involved with it, even if they do that. So just not interested in any of that bullshit anymore. Like I said, if it's just makeup, you can find other brands, other people. They could find other people to collab with that are not so problematic. I mean, seriously. And when a brand finds out that their person is being problematic, why aren't you doing something like, okay, we're going to finish getting rid of this palette, but that's it. You're out of here. We're done. People, I don't know. I guess it comes down, like I said, with Jeffree Star. It took forever for them to get rid of him off of their stuff. And I guess it's because he kept apologizing and his fans kept accepting the apology. And you know, they're in for the cash cows. And those big names are cash cows, even if they're insanely problematic. So I got 2 more to go. And one of them I've gone, but every time I think about her, I'm like, no. And that's Jaclyn Hill. I'm sure you guys aren't surprised by that. Mind you, I get it. She's not in the labs watching what people are doing and all that stuff, but, well, first she lied on the reformulation of her palettes. Then there was that lipstick thing where she, instead of sitting there and coming out initially and going, okay, so there's problems with the lipsticks. We're going to do a recall. We're going to refund money. We're going to take care of y'all. We're going to get this taken care of, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. She came out with bullshit for it. It was the gloves they wore. It was this. No, something happened at that lab so those lipsticks were tainted. And that's all you needed to deal with. You didn't need to come out with more bullshit. And it took her, I don't know, weeks before she even said anything in response to all that? No. I'm sorry. I have to trust you to, if you're going to take claims, if you're going to take responsibility for your brand, which one would assume people would do anyway. I mean, if you're not going to take responsibility for your brand, I'm not going to shop it anyway. But if you're going to take responsibility for your brand, then, you know, take responsibility. Don't bullshit your way out of it and wait weeks and call people liars, you know, even though they're showing right when they're unpackaging it. Wait a minute, there's metal in here, there's this in here. I believe Alexandria Ryan got lipsticks that were messed up, and I don't know. Alexandria's never been in any kind of drama. Ooh. Did all this to keep the hair out of the way, and what do I get? I still get hair in the way. So, yeah, I just, really, if this is, take responsibility for your brand, you know? And be honest about it. All the bullshit she pulled, there's no way. There's no way. I wouldn't trust her in a heartbeat with anything. So, since I can't trust her in a heartbeat with anything, I'm not trusting her brand. No, not buying from it. You know, it may show up in my Ipsy or something. Unlikely. But shit like that can show up in my Ipsy. I've gotten Hank and Henry in my Ipsy. I'm not buying from it. Ipsy is. And you cannot, literally you cannot on Ipsy or any of these boxes say, oh yeah, by the way, I don't want this brand. Heck, with Ipsy right now, I can't even say, look, I'm allergic to perfume. I don't want perfumes. Oh, well, we don't put out perfume that much. If it's, you know, if it's a problem, just reach out. No, don't give me perfume. But, yeah. Stuff like that shows up in the Ipsy is one thing. I'm not buying it, though. Not buying it, not buying it. And the last one that I won't be buying from is Goop. Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh my God. She needs to go back to being a star and get out of the beauty industry. I'm sorry. Her overpriced shit is going to kill someone one of these days. It really, really is. That's... Jade eggs up your vajayjay. Steaming your vajayjay? No. I don't. No. No. No, no. The woman knows nothing about any of the stuff that she's trying to sell, and, you know, these stars, they sit there and act like, oh yeah, I'm trying to give you clean ingredients and healthy ingredients and natural. Oh, shit, natural can kill you just as much as a chemical, okay? Just saying, just putting that out there. You going natural ain't meaning shit. When you start telling people to do shit that's wrong, that could lead to worse problems. You know, people have been ragging on her recent sunscreen skincare thing that she put out, and the number of skincare people that have come out and gone, no, baby, it's just absolutely astounding. It really is. It's just, her whole thing is just absolutely astounding. So, yeah, I'm not buying anything from Goop, and honestly, I'm a little put off by the whole, by her for her movies because of that whole thing. I mean, seriously, I don't get it. I just don't get it. What are you people doing? What are you doing? Why? It's crazy advice. It's just insane. So anyway, going off. I'm just gonna not buying from Goop, not buying from all those J's. There were a lot of J's that were in trouble. Juvia's Place, Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill. If you have a name that starts with a J, consider naming your brand something else. Consider it. But yeah, you know, Hank and Henry, all of that stuff. I don't support that kind of, the kind of tearing down other people for whatever reason. You know, I just don't. And when you buy from these brands, you're supporting that owner, which means you're also kind of giving a pass to those attitudes. And so I'm really hoping Hank Henry cancels the order. If they don't, you'll probably see me, it'll probably be used on the channel, but I'm not going to open it on here, and I'm not going to, yeah, no. It's a beautiful palette, but problematic people. Anyway, I'm going to go and finish my face, you know, do the bronze blush, the whole thing, and we'll be back soon with the look and the whole thing. Alrighty, so here is our completed look. Take these off so you can hopefully see. I have to say, I already have had to repair in here, so if I have to do it again, I apologize. But here's the finished look. We went all drama on those wings. It wasn't on purpose. I swear, it wasn't on purpose. Promise, it wasn't on purpose. Things just kind of got out of hand. I did do a couple of things. First of all, I did use the bright pink in this ColourPop palette along the outside and on the edge here to try to bring in a little bit of the pink, since my earrings have the pink. Underneath, I used this burnty orange on the inner part, and then this kind of dark grayish purple on the out part there. I will say I have kind of changed my mind about this being nearly as good as Violet Voss. I've had to repair my eyes like 3 times since, yeah. So for the price point, I don't see myself buying from them again. Just saying, they're expensive. $40 for this, is it worth it? No. 25 maybe. Just based on the size and here, everybody will sit there and say, but it's a high quality. No, it's a pricey brand. Pricey does not necessarily mean it's a good quality. And unfortunately for me, these do not hold up as well as Violet Voss. Violet Voss, yes, I sometimes get $40 palettes, but I get a lot more colors, and I'm not getting the stinky thing that fits in the palm of my hand. I do like the packaging. I think this packaging is cute. However, this... between this and the, I honestly think the Koi palette, which is the one that had all the shimmers in it, did much better than this one did, sadly enough. The colors do show, they're there. Just, it's it was a disappointment overall. Anyway, hopefully the brands that I have mentioned that I'm not interested in buying from anymore, hopefully my explanations made sense to you all. I just do not believe in supporting problematic people or their brands. If you buy from their brand and they're, it doesn't necessarily make you a racist. However, you're supporting a racist, or you're supporting somebody who has completely flipped their lid over something and gone personal attacks, and you're supporting that behavior. If you are not in some way saying I'm not supporting this, then you are. There's no in between when it comes to makeup. You can choose to support him. You can choose not to support him. If you choose not to support him, well, it may not do much. For a lot of people, they're like, boycotting doesn't work. Well, boycotting actually can work. You just have to get enough people to do it. Jeffree Star will never get my money, ever. That man is problematic to the core. He has the racism and all that other stuff going on. Like I said, I really hope that the Hang It Henry, that they will go ahead and cancel my order, but I'm considering how he behaved and some of the way the policy was written up and everything, I'm not expecting that at all. I suspect I'll be getting that palette. All of them are no, for various reasons. I just don't see why. I'm not going to support them. I don't see why other people support them. Let me know down below if there's any brand that has finally just got on your last nerve for whatever reason, and so you won't be purchasing from them anymore. Are there brands on the border for you? I have a couple that are on the borderline right now. HipDot, y'all know I love HipDot. HipDot seems to be trying to become the next ColourPop. Something's going on outside. They seem to be trying the next ColourPop, and they are just going willy-nilly and throwing shit at the wall, and I'm to the point where that's just gotten annoying. It's just annoying. ColourPop, I buy very limited things from now because I don't trust the palettes as much anymore and things like that. So there are a few for me that are on that cusp. Let me know if there's any for you that are on that cusp, or any for you that you're just tossing out the door and saying done, not buying from them, or that you would never buy from in the first place for whatever reason. Just, let me know down below if there's anybody that falls in one of those categories for you. Anyway, that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen, and if you do like what you've seen, I hope you'll subscribe. When you subscribe, please hit that notification bell. I can talk. Seriously, I can. Really. Just hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 2 days a week, Monday and Thursday. However, we do bonus videos. We open indie brands. We have my son open his Geek Fuel. That runs a month late, but he's already opened one this month. Yes? Yes. He's opened one this month. He'll be opening this month's at the beginning of next month. So, and if you send anything, that would also be opened as a bonus video, unless you don't want me to. Just drop a note in your package saying, please don't film this. Or you can join the Domytriesthis Facebook group. Yes. I don't know why. I'm talking much faster than usual, I guess. Try the Domytriesthis Facebook group, which is listed down below. And you can post there and let me know that a package is incoming, but you do not want me to open it on the channel. And I will honor your request. We also will be doing garden videos this year. God, I have been missing those. We've got our shelves ready to go. Hopefully, by the time you see this, we will have actually gotten through our porch where everything is stored and figured out where everything is at and gotten ready to go, and things will be starting. Most of that will come up more towards May. You might see one video before that where I'm putting things together, but then you won't see anything until we actually get seedlings coming up in May. If you are interested in any of those, however, you will need to click that bell because they do not go up on regular upload days. Now, it has been a few since I've gotten any email notifications about stuff I'm subscribed to that I want notifications for, but I actually received one. Hopefully they fixed it. Hopefully. Just one, though. Just one. 1 out of, I don't know, a dozen or so, 15 or so. I don't even know how many. 2 dozen? 3 dozen? I don't know. At any rate, so hopefully they're fixing that and you will start getting email notifications when I upload. But if you don't, just make sure to check the little bell up on the screen. And if it has a red dot, check to see if I'm in there. That's where we'll be. At any rate, let's go ahead and give this another sip. It hasn't been brewing long, as you all know, on these makeup videos. We're lucky to get 5 minutes, 10 minutes of it brewing, but, you know, it looks like we probably got about 10 in there, maybe. So hopefully that's long enough to get our full flavor, so we will give it a sip and we will get on our way. I love the way this one smells. Okay, this is a nice tea. The Goblins definitely did better than the Bees. Like this. I really like this. I'm going to have to hunt this down and see if I can find some more for this one. So, as I said, that's it. Hope you have a good one.